so funny.
Hello there, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Good Health by Claudia, a podcast with me, Denny Schaefer. Of course, that's Claudia. It is a production of Denny Radio. This is episode 112. 112. So we thank all of you for joining us once again on this beautiful Tuesday.
Yep.
And we thank you, most importantly, is you keep sharing the podcast. Keep doing that. Let's get this information out to the masses so everybody knows, you know, you don't have to just go to big pharma and all of that to get your health.
Get drugged, get nourished.
That's it.
Somebody told me the other day I should make a bumper sticker on there.
I did.
And well, another
I told
person,
you that.
Yeah, you told me.
So
And then
now
another
now you have
second
to.
person.
Now you have to. Next time I go to your store, Health Foods by Claudia on Secor Road, I better see that sticker. You just give them away.
In my spare time.
I don't think anybody puts stickers on their car anymore. They do magnets. Do a magnet.
Oh,
yeah, because you can put a magnet, because a sticker is so permanent, but a magnet, you can move it around. So how are you today?
I'm good.
Your shirt matches the logo.
I like this color.
It looks good on you.
Thanks.
All right, so before we do these episodes, ladies and gentlemen, I always prepare because I don't know a whole lot about this stuff, but I know a lot more now than I ever did because of you. And it's made a difference in my life. I'm happy to announce that this morning, when I got on the scale, I was 197 pounds, which is about 10 pounds lighter than I've been for a while.
Amazing. Good work.
What I did is I obviously listened to you, and I cut out more sugar, and I'm eating more veggies and the right stuff, especially at lunch. I actually just changed one meal, my lunch.
Yep.
Because I'm a man of routine. I'm ADHD, so I like regiment.
You are not. Quit saying all that. I don't like those labels. Your brain is you're thinking very clearly. You're doing great.
Clearly.
So I don't like all those labels.
Anyway, I am a man of routine. Let's stick with that.
There you go.
And I have the same breakfast, same lunch every day,
mm-hmm.
Monday through Friday.
Wow.
Weekends a little different. But I was eating yogurt, and you told me, if I can quote you, stop eating that junk. So I stopped eating that junk.
Did I say junk?
Yes, because you said the yogurt I was eating was junk.
Well, if it's commercial, you're
it's
getting
commercial
growth hormones and all that junk. So,
but your yogurt actually has more calories in it at your store.
It's the whole milk.
Maybe I'll switch over to your yogurt.
It's without hormones and all that nonsense.
Yeah.
It's making everybody sick.
So I switched, and I'm eating organic veggies.
There you go.
Which I got at your store. So
well, thank you.
And it's making a big difference.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm down 10 pounds in like a month.
That's great.
I'm very thankful.
Yeah.
All right. So every time we get together, you always send me a text or an email, or Lauren, who does an awesome job. We love Lauren. And you tell me what we're going to talk about. So today it's trace minerals, selenium and chromium.
That's what we're talking about.
I'm like, I can barely say those words. So let me take it to Chat GPT.
Oh boy.
And I put in, what does selenium and chromium do for you? And it spit out all this stuff, which I thought was good. Trace minerals, vital, micronutrients, and it helps your body and, function, maintain health.
Right.
And then, so Claudia's reading over my shoulder, and she reads, she goes, "Where'd you get that?" I said, Chat GPT.
Oh.
Like she said to the yogurt to me, get rid of that crap. You don't need that. This is a human Chat GPT. You want to know anything about, trace minerals? Just ask her. Don't go to the computer. So all this paperwork that I have for today, all my wonderful podcast show prep.
Throw it away.
My prep. Forget about the benefits of bone and dental health and metabolism and energy. She said, throw it out. It's crap.
Well,
so we're going to rely on you, and I'll just put this over here because I'm not going to need it.
There were a couple things that they spit out that I didn't agree with, so that's okay.
Okay, but I do want to get into, trace minerals and what are the benefits.
Absolutely.
And all of that, and how important that is to our health regimen.
Yeah.
So where would you like to start?
Well, we'll start with the first slide. Everybody loves these slides.
I love the
I
slides.
love it. I had never dreamed people would want slides.
And Lauren put them on a PowerPoint for me.
Yeah.
So now it's even easier. I just bring it up and here we go. All right, talk to me.
All right. So we're going to start with the benefits of selenium. And it's an important trace mineral. And we put that it's, you're going to see it in micrograms. That means it's a trace mineral, MCG, micrograms. And it's important to remember trace minerals are extremely important in small amounts, very small amounts. It's not like taking calcium or magnesium that we do larger amounts.
Okay.
So you have to keep it in small amounts. So it's a very important antioxidant. A lot of research. In fact, I first years ago learned from Dr. Chappell. Remember, I always talk about Dr. Chappell.
Uh-huh.
He used to put every woman that came into his practice going back 35 years ago for whatever on selenium. And it's very protective to breast tissue. And there's a lot of research showing that. So I think it's a very important hormone. I think it's a very important antioxidant for women, but it also has great benefit for men as well. It supports the thyroid, which is very important. Remember, the thyroid is part of the endocrine system.
Right.
And the endocrine system are all the glands and organs that are pumping out hormones. And it's through that system that the body is trying to balance itself. So the hormone production is very important. The thyroid is very important to the whole system. And in fact, I should have looked up how many millions of people have thyroid imbalances.
You want me to check Chat GPT?
So at any rate, it supports thyroid health by activating thyroid hormone metabolism. So it's very important. And we're not going to get into a deep dive with this, but I wanted to show, because a lot of people that are on thyroid medications, they know that when they go to the doc and they look at their blood, they're going to look at TSH, which is thyroid stimulating hormone, and they're going to look at T4 and T3. So that's why I put it up there. So it helps convert T4 to the active form T3. So remember, the thyroid's pumping out these hormones, and we've got to be able to take it has to convert to the active form, and that's T3, which regulates metabolism and energy. A lot of metabolism, of course. A lot of people that have thyroid imbalances, they find that they gain weight easily. They have trouble losing it, all that stuff. It helps to reduce DNA damage and cell mutation. Very important. Remember, we've got all this stuff hitting us from all the toxins in the food, the toxins from the environment. It's causing a lot of havoc in the human body. So when we talk about antioxidants and how important they are, because they're calming down the free radicals, that's at the cellular level. So all these things are happening at a cellular level. And, life begins at the cellular level, and not quality of life begins at the cellular level. So antioxidants very important. So it's helping to reduce DNA damage and cell mutation. Very important stuff. Now, there's different forms of selenium. We're going to talk about just the one, selenomethionine. That's a form of selenium, and it's essential to protecting tissues against free radical damage. So that, if you go to the next slide, that's the selenium. I use 3 different, of course, I always do the family-owned companies. I guess people like seeing the years that the company started. We didn't think about that this time. But these are 3 wonderful products to look for. They're all that form. And that form, selenomethionine, is yeast-free. See how it says yeast-free?
I see it.
Lots of people are dealing with a fungal issue. They're yeasty. So it's a good thing to do selenium in a yeast-free form.
Okay.
You'll see that these are 200 micrograms each. And I always suggest start with 1 a day with a meal. Sometimes we go to 2, but you do not want high levels of selenium. So 400 microgram for my comfort level is the maximum. Some practitioners do more. I keep it simple. Okay. So it's a great product. You can just add 1 a day with food, and it's very protective to tissue and DNA and all that stuff.
Okay.
So very simple, just a very simple mineral that's very important to human health. And, selenium is one of those minerals because of agribusiness, agri-farming.
Mm-hmm.
They're disrupting the minerals in the soil. So selenium is one of those minerals that can become deficient because of commercial farming practices and all these things. That's the beauty of when people farm with biodiverse practices. They're renourishing the soil, because if we want the nutrients to end up in the food we're eating, it's got to be in the soil. Mm-hmm. And remember, all the chemicals, the pesticides, all of it are stripping that soil. It's stripping. So selenium is a very good product to consider adding in. And again, just one a day.
That's it. Now, when you start taking them, will you notice that you feel different, or is it just something that's happening internally that you won't ever
I don't know that. Now, I take that back. I have had some people tell me when they've done selenium and they had breast issues or thyroid issues, some women will tell me they feel a little more energy, but that's not really, it's just protecting those cells.
Okay.
That's what we want it to do. So that was simple. Was that simple?
That was simple. I like it simple. Keep it simple for me.
Everybody likes it. Everybody keeps telling me we like that you're keeping things simple so we can understand what you're saying.
Right. And learn.
Yeah.
And hopefully have better health. All right. Are we on to chromium now?
Yeah. Next is chromium.
I don't have slides for chromium.
What do you mean?
She just sent me the ones that she just sent me.
Well.
Are there more slides? All right. Well, you keep talking.
Okay.
No, you keep.
No. That's okay.
I was going to say, I can find them while you're talking. If you want.
All right. If you want.
You just keep talking and pay never mind to the screen.
All right. Well, okay. So chromium is another trace mineral.
Okay.
It's dosed out in 200 micrograms, just like the selenium.
Okay.
Chromium is very important for blood sugar. It supports the pancreas.
Okay.
So it helps with glucose metabolism, insulin sensitivity. It's very important. It helps the pancreas do its job better. And remember, the pancreas is the gland that is pumping out insulin. Right. It's trying to balance blood sugar levels. So chromium is very, very important for the pancreas. Over the years, we've had hundreds of people on chromium. And the reason I thought it would be good to talk about it is that there was a customer a couple weeks ago that told me, she said, you put me on chromium, she said 20 years ago, and it helped me so much. And she heard, I don't know, somewhere on the internet, she heard some doctor talking about how dangerous chromium is.
Okay.
And she was asking me about it. And I said, well, 20 years later, you're healthy and your blood sugar is happy. So she was a little confused. And I thought, I'm just going to we'll do a, is it there?
When did she send that?
Maybe not. That's okay. It would have been yesterday. I don't know what happened. I thought she sent it. Is that it?
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Okay.
All right. So you keep talking.
All right. So anyway,
these bad boys.
Yep. And so chromium, again, there's different forms. I didn't go through all the different forms. What you're going to see when we get the picture up, you're going to see chromium, picolinate, and GTF chromium. Are those the slides?
The first one.
Okay. There
Look at that.
There it is.
Fancy.
Yep.
All right. Talk to me about
so
it.
Again, chromium is a trace mineral, so it's going to be dosed out in micrograms. It supports the pancreas by helping insulin utilization. This is a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about, I think about, generations of people that have been eating a lot of sugar. Well, of course, the pancreas is going to get tired.
Yeah.
And that's when it becomes low blood sugar, and then it flips to high blood sugar. And so, be nice to your pancreas, everybody, because it's very important. Because insulin, when it's not being utilized properly in the body, this is where people run into blood sugar problems.
Right.
And blood sugar problems are not good. It can affect everything, the brain, the vascular system. It's just, you want to have a healthy, happy pancreas. And the way that we do that is, of course, I'm always going to remind people, get rid of the junk carbs, get rid of all the sugar. That alone will make your pancreas very happy. But to do 1 tablet or capsule of chromium, 200 microgram with a meal. Beautiful. Gives that pancreas support. So insulin is a hormone that helps to regulate blood sugar. It relieves oxidative stress. We've talked about oxidative stress, right? That's all the toxins that are, hitting the cells and breaking them down and causing all this biochemical havoc. So it relieves antioxidant stress by supporting the beta cells, which are part of the pancreatic. That's the cells in the pancreas that really help to balance, to regulate insulin. Some research shows that chromium helps with depression. That could have been a slide on a whole thing on its own. But again, we're just doing simple right now. So chromium, again, they're finding that it can help with mood swings. And so it's a very important mineral. Some case studies indicate that patients who did not respond to standard antidepressants saw dramatic improvements in symptoms and overall functioning of adding chromium to the regimen. So that quote was from the International Journal of Pharmacology. So, because they focus on depression and what have you, but that came from them. So, chromium is a good thing to do. Let's see that last slide. So there's, again, Blue Bonnet now, both family owned. You'll always hear me support the family owned companies. And I'll tell you what, when people bring in products that they've bought at different places that have no business selling supplements, in my opinion, I look at the label and they're loaded with, a lot of these companies are doing soy oil and all this junk, artificial this, and, stick with the family owned companies that care. That's why their products are clean, they're effective. So here's 2 different types of chromium, picolinate. Now that's a 500 microgram. I think that's per 2. But most of them are going to be dosed out. See how all the others are at 200. GTF is the original glucose tolerance factor form of chromium. But again, it's made from a yeast-bound whatever. However they produce it in a lab, they use yeast and a particular strain of yeast. It's grown on it. So a lot of people come in and they want the yeast-free, which is going to be the picolinate. But they're both wonderful. I've taken chromium every day for years. I take selenium every day for years. I just do 2. Sometimes I just do 1 a day. Sometimes I'll do 2, 1 at 2 different meals. But usually I'll do 1
So why would
each.
you do just for 1 day? Are you feeling different? Do you?
Well, yeah. And sometimes, and I don't junk out because I wasn't raised on junk. But
how do you live? No Oreo cookies? No double stuff?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
No, I don't. That's not my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I got some cookies from your place.
Yeah.
I think it's called Cadia.
Yeah.
Organic.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Made with clean ingredients.
Yeah.
You don't have to wonder what's on the label, and how they're made.
I still like Oreos though. I just don't buy them.
Well, we have one of the companies we sell has an Oreo type cookie. It just doesn't have all the junk in it.
Okay. Well, next time I'm in.
Yeah.
That's what I'll be looking at.
Well, on that day, make sure you do two chromium that day.
I will. All right, are we done with this slide, or you want to talk about these other 2?
It was just very simple. Just good companies to look for, a couple different trace minerals to consider adding in. And again, when people come in and they're questioning what they're reading or hearing, I think it's important to clarify. I mean, there was a medical site I found, and they were saying chromium is dangerous and not to use. Same thing her doctor said. I'm like, well, I've known hundreds of people that have been on chromium and it's benefited their life. It didn't hurt anybody. So remember, it is a trace mineral. You never want to do high levels of it.
Okay.
All right. So that was it.
Oh, that's a selenium.
That's
We're
it.
already back to that. Okay.
Yeah.
What
time is it? I don't know. Did we go through that too quick?
No.
Okay.
No, we can
right,
we
good.
can wrap it up if you want, unless you got something else you want to mention about
not really.
chromium. See, if I would have been able to use my Chat GPT stuff, we'd go to like 25 minutes, but no, I'm not allowed to use it because it's all lies.
Well, it's not. Just some of it is not accurate. Okay. But I think it's important. People need to use the brain that God gave them. It's important.
Yeah, but
you got to exercise it. You got to read and learn.
Right,
That's why I will always tell people, go to sites on the internet that are reputable sites. And, you know, if you want to learn about nutrition, you better go to a site of a company that's doing nutrition.
Right. Do you ever put stuff up on your Facebook page? Different,
Yeah.
you know, articles and stuff for people to read?
Yeah, I write a lot of stuff. And
You write a lot of stuff.
I don't use chat, whatever.
Chat
that thing is.
GPT.
Yeah. But just remember, everybody, the minerals are very important. We've talked about the electrolytes.
Mm-hmm.
Electrolytes, very important. Millions of people are very deficient in them. And a lot of people, especially since a lot of people now are drinking purified water.
Right.
So remember, when that water is purified, whether it's reverse osmosis, deionization, or distillation, all three of those processes, you're going to end up with water that's been stripped of impurities. But through the process, it's stripped of the minerals. That's why putting the electrolytes back in are very important. Magnesium and sodium and all those. So the chromium and the selenium are trace minerals, but you don't necessarily find them in an electrolyte pack.
Now, would you take them together?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's okay.
Yeah, you take them together.
It's not going to give you too much.
No, you take them. And again, the selenium and chromium should be with a meal.
Okay.
All right.
Any other questions, comments, anything else you want to share?
No, I guess that's it.
Leave your questions in the comments and we'll get to them, or Claudia will, or her staff.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's it for this episode.
That's
112
That's
Trace
it.
Minerals.
We kept it simple.
We did. And like always, I give you the last word.
Well, I love that more people are waking up to the importance of embracing nutrition in their life. Every day we have people coming through the doors. They've never been in a health food store. They're fed up on the revolving door of being sick, taking meds, still being sick, taking more meds. We hear it all day long. It's incredible. So I'm really, it warms my heart, and I'm proud of, you know, I have respect for people that are opening their heart, opening their mind, knowing that, you know, Western medicine certainly has a place. But when it comes to everyday wellness, nutrition is the way to go.
That's it.
It will always be the way to go. We either nourish our body or we deplete it. And it's our choice. We either deplete it through junk food and whatever, all the things we talk about, and of course, the impact of the petrotoxins and all that, or we shift our way of thinking and we start nourishing. And it's a beautiful thing. So, and again, don't get drugged, get nourished. So,
that's right.
Yeah.
The magnetic
just,
sticker coming soon, or whatever we want to call it.
And just learn things little at a time. Embrace what you learn. Take it in baby steps. I have people that will come in and tell me they've been watching the podcast and they're doing things in baby steps. I love that.
That's it.
Yeah, I love it. It's very cool. So thank you, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining in with us. Thanks for wanting to learn. And as always, I just remind everybody, keep the faith, focus on your blessings. Peace.
And share the podcast, people.
And share the podcast.